feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you split. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto Live, guys. We have so much that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin FUD and how the central banks and some large power players in traditional finance are trying to suppress the price of Bitcoin through FUD. We're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to mention how Safemoon seems to be destroying Dogecoin's hype. If you guys remember, yesterday, 420, was Dogeday, and unfortunately, for everyone who is in Dogecoin, Dogecoin is now down roughly 20%. We're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's live stream, and I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of it, so make sure you stick around. We are joined, as always, by your president, Non-Crypto Tim, a.k.a. The Beard.
What's up, everybody? It's been a slow morning for me because we're working on something special for you guys, and it caused me to miss my workout. So bear with me today. I'm not as energized as I
Poor
usually
Tim,
am.
yeah. He normally gets his workout in the morning. He's got to stay big and strong. You know that Tim is dedicated when he misses a workout. Isn't that right, Tim?
Yeah. But that's a big project we're working on.
It was a big
so
project.
it was
We got
worth
something
it.
cool
It was
coming
worth
for
it.
you guys. In fact, Smay's doing some awesome stuff in behind the scenes on that. By the way, we are actually sponsored today by Smay. Welcome, Smay, who is our producer. Smay.
Hello, everybody. I just had something prepared. I'd like to say real quick, if you guys don't mind. Is that okay?
I think that's okay.
Okay, so I just want to read a poem to my very close person in my life, Krista. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Sorry, guys. All right.
Oh my god.
Roses are red and violets are blue. Krista, you're my best friend, and I love you.
Aww.
Goodness gracious.
Put a heart in the chat for Young Love. Smay's got his new hat on.
Killing it with the hats, yeah.
Ooh,
Two
killing it
hats.
with the hats. Yeah, he's got two hats on. Guys, you heard me say a couple streams ago that if we hit 500 likes, I was going to get Smay a hat. He just like wiped a tear out of his eye. It was so cute. It was so cute. You didn't see it. The camera was pointed at me. That was really funny. Oh my gosh. I got to see what Krista says to this. Smay, oh, that friend zone. Oof. Guys, we have a lot to talk about in today's live stream. We're going to start off by talking about some Safemoon and how it has attacked Dogecoin. Tim, are we ready for that?
Yes, we are. And by the way, for those of you who are wanting to know, at 9:55, we will be jumping into the Bitcoin FUD news, so don't be afraid. Don't run away. We will be here at 9:55 talking about that. So, pass back to Jebb, and we'll jump into it.
Let's do it, guys. We're going to jump on over to my screen right now, and I want to show you something pretty interesting. If you'd like to follow me along on CoinMarketCap, you can do so. We're going to be taking a look at Safemoon briefly. We will be moving on to Bitcoin FUD, some news, and some Bitcoin technical analysis just before the top of the hour. We got about 20 minutes until that happens, so stay tuned. But we do want to give you guys some updates on what is going on with Safemoon and Dogecoin, since it has been a topic of discussion here recently. We actually can't do technical analysis on Safemoon over on TradingView, excuse me, because the chart for Safemoon, the only one that I am able to find, maybe I'm just missing something, looks like this. There's not much TA I can do on 2 zero-sum candlesticks, so we have to look over here at CoinMarketCap. Again, if you want to follow along, we're looking at Safemoon. It's ranked 2,427, and it is down allegedly 18% in 24 hours. I'm going to contest that because that's a little bit misleading here in a second. As you can see, we had Safemoon rally to, I'm just going to call it 14. It's 14. It is 0.0000.
Yeah,
4 zeros, 14 cents. That's what it was worth on, let's see, let's be very precise here. That was at 4 p.m. yesterday. 4 p.m. yesterday, Safemoon was worth 14. Now, today, if we go into the daily chart, you can see that right now Safemoon is worth 0.000000. That's 5 zeros, 7. What that means is that on CoinMarketCap obviously isn't intentionally misleading you. I just need you guys to understand that in the last 24 hours, Safemoon is actually down a lot more than 20%. Safemoon is down by 50%. It is corrected by over half. And guys, this is speculative. Let's go back to full screen really quickly because I want to give you just a little bit of something. This is highly speculative. This is not confirmed. Do not go making trades based off of this. There are some whispers that I don't believe are true, to be clear, that Safemoon might get listed on Binance.
Yep.
If that were to happen, it would probably moon the price of Safemoon for a couple days. But here's the point, guys. Safemoon has no fundamentals. We've talked about that. I warned you yesterday not to buy Safemoon. If you had bought it yesterday, you would be down 50% today. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update on that. But we also want to talk about Dogecoin here, because if you guys didn't know, Dogecoin was supposed to have a very surprisingly good day yesterday. Are we on my screen right now, Smay? We are? Cool. So Dogecoin, as you can see, is down 20% as well. If we go over here to Google Trends, I want to give you guys a little bit of search engine optimization analysis. I want to show you the interest on a term Dogecoin, excuse me, not Dogecoin, Dogeday. If you guys remember, Dogeday was trending. It was trending on Twitter yesterday. And we saw that Dogeday rallied all the way up here. We had a ton of interest in the word Dogeday. Everybody was looking it up yesterday. It was all over the news. Drop a 1 in chat if you remember everyone talking about this Dogeday thing that was happening on April 20th on 420. It was supposed to moon the price of Dogecoin. And unfortunately for anyone holding Dogecoin, that didn't happen. Dogecoin is down 20%. Again, guys, for everyone who is here for talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin technical analysis, Bitcoin FUD, and Bitcoin news, stay tuned. We'll be jumping into that right before the top of the hour. Anyway, if we look over here on Dogecoin's actual chart, we will see that Dogecoin actually broke bearish in exactly the way that I thought it might yesterday. Here's the deal. I said in yesterday's video it could either break bullish or bearish from here, and I actually said that it's very possible that we could go to $1 with all this hype. Here's the deal though, guys. That hype is the only thing driving Dogecoin. It has no fundamentals. The only thing driving Dogecoin is hype and exuberance and interest from a lot of retail investors who are just getting into the space. If that hype gets distracted, it's going to hurt Dogecoin. So all of that hype got distracted and pushed into Safemoon. As you guys can tell, Safemoon had a ton of interest. In fact, when we're looking up search volume data and how many people are interested in Safemoon briefly, listen to this, guys. This is really interesting. Safemoon briefly, I think either yesterday or the day before, had more search volume on Google than Bitcoin did. Just to be clear, that's insane. So Safemoon had a ton of interest in it, and that actually took a lot of interest away from Dogecoin, and Dogecoin's price suffered. Large part of the reason why I think Dogecoin corrected here is actually because of that. And now as far as technical analysis is concerned, since Dogecoin has corrected, it has broken bearish below our uptrending level of support. We have now cracked some very important market structure. If you guys don't know what market structure is, go through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. We have a whole video in there. Market structure is simply the structure of the market, duh, and one of them was this uptrend. Now we have to redefine this. We have to say that, okay, now our uptrend of support is right here. That's nowhere near as bullish on Dogecoin and really hurts the technical argument for Dogecoin being prepped and ready for a rally to $1. It can still happen, but something is going to need to drive a lot more attention back to Dogecoin away from Safemoon. So let's go to full screen and let's discuss this. I want to hear in chat, where do you guys think that Dogecoin is going? Where do you think that Safemoon is going? And even more importantly than that, I would like to hear what your take is on all of the attention in cryptocurrency right now being directed towards joke coins and meme coins like a Dogecoin and a Safemoon. Tim, you actually said something earlier about there only being enough room in this town for one joke coin, right? You want to elaborate?
That's what we're running into. Is that this town ain't big enough for the two of us. I think is happening. These are both. I'm not even. I don't think this is speculation. They're both like self-advertised meme coins,
yes,
joke coins. And don't get me wrong, you guys saw the Elon Musk video where he says fate loves irony. But when you have two ironic coins going at the same time, they kill each other's momentum. So that's what we see. Doge was building momentum. Much as I don't like it, you can't deny the fact that it's building momentum. But then Safemoon comes in with its own, and they actually cripple each other because they're going after the exact same market, the same exact people. So can they both coexist? I don't know. It'd be hard, I think.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
We'll see.
Guys, any questions you have about Dogecoin, Safemoon, or anything else, go ahead and tell us. We're actually going to open the floor here for just a little bit, and we're going to accept some questions. It doesn't have to be about Dogecoin. Roughly around 9:55, we are going to be moving on to some news about Bitcoin, some FUD that's circulating around Bitcoin that we don't think is warranted, but it is something that you need to be aware of. We're going to be doing some technical analysis on Bitcoin. You guys are more than welcome to ask any questions. It doesn't just have to be about Dogecoin. I want to open the floor and have a discussion with you guys. So now is your chance. If you want to get a question read, go ahead and put it in chat. Rules of chat are don't spam. That's pretty much it. Don't spam. Don't be a jerk. Let's read some quat. I can't speak today. Let's read some chat. There we go.
I have a question.
Let's go.
Guys.
Let's do it.
Why haven't you liked the stream yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
I like the stream.
I like the stream.
Yeah. Watch this. Watch the screen, guys. Look. See that? It's a little thing telling you to subscribe, and it shows you how to do it, too.
It's great.
You should do it.
It's great. You should do that. It's a great thing to do.
A question was asked earlier, Jebb, from Thomas Kasner. He said, guys, love your morning show. Love you, Thomas.
Love you.
Can you cover in some point on what coin to buy and on what exchange, or maybe in general the crypto exchange? Thanks. Keep doing a great job out there. So I asked him, what coin is he interested in? Because here's the thing. We're not going to give you financial advice. We will tell you what coins we are bullish on, what coins we like. Smay and I were talking about this the other day. We want to clarify, anytime that we don't necessarily go crazy about a coin, just so you guys know, while Jebb does a lot of trading, I'm trying to get into trading. As some of you guys know, I'm a crypto noob. I am more in the hodl game at this point, and I want to get into trading. Jebb does a combination of both. So when it comes to, we usually give you a lot of advice based off of what to hold and what to take long term, but there are coins that are good for trading. So that being said, anytime that we get really bullish on a trading coin, we'll let you guys know. At the moment, though, we call it the big three. We love Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum. Binance, I think, would be a great trade coin. I'm not really big on the long-term future of that and what they are doing and what they're doing there. But that being said, do you have a platform, Jebb, that you like for trading, for exchanging coins?
Yeah, so guys, there are actually two platforms that I would recommend. Number one, if you're newer to cryptocurrency, I would encourage you to make sure you have a Coinbase account. I was actually just getting one of our interns signed up with Coinbase because they're not terribly familiar with cryptocurrency. Don't worry, she's not anywhere near our crypto. It's okay. No, Maya is freaking awesome if Maya's watching this stream. Shout out to Maya, our intern. If you're interested in getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies through fiat currencies, such as buying with the US dollar or euro or pound or whatever, Coinbase is an excellent option. I'm not exactly sure, we may have an affiliate link for them down below where you can get some sign-up bonuses if you sign up with us. They also have an exchange called Coinbase Pro. It's pretty good, but if you're looking to go even farther in trading, I would recommend Bybit as your trading platform. Bybit is linked in the description box down below, has some of the best uptime in the industry. It's one of the largest and most adopted exchanges in the industry, has a ton of liquidity, has a very simple user interface, and it's the cryptocurrency exchange that I personally recommend if you are looking to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It does offer leverage. I have to warn you, though, if you're newer to cryptocurrencies, I would be careful with leverage. It's a very powerful tool, but with a lot of power comes a lot of danger. But even if you're not using leverage, Coinbase, well, Coinbase is great too, but Bybit is a fantastic exchange. You can find that link in the description. As far as cryptocurrency projects that you should be looking into, Bitcoin has got to be the backbone of your investment, guys. I don't personally think, this is personal opinion, I don't personally think your investment portfolio should ever be anything less than 50% Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin should always make up at least half of your portfolio, simply because Bitcoin is tackling the largest market, which is currency. It's the largest application of blockchain technology, and it is the oldest most experienced cryptocurrency in this market. It has the most interest in it. It has the highest market capitalization. It's just the best cryptocurrency. Always keep at least 50% of your portfolio there. Then some other coins that I recommend and do like are Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot's pretty good. Binance Coin is actually looking to be pretty decent. We're going to look more into that. There's some questions about centralization there that we want to tackle. Binance Coin probably isn't a terrible project. But yeah, so those are some of the coins I would recommend. Somebody asked, should I buy Safemoon? This is my opinion, but I think it's well substantiated. No, you should not buy Safemoon.
Yeah.
I would stay away from it. It is not a good idea. You might make some money on it, but if you do make money on it, it's a gamble. I'm not going to encourage you to go and put your life savings in the lottery in the same way I'm not going to encourage you to go and put your life savings in Safemoon. If you want to throw 20 bucks in there and have some fun, then you go to town.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, Smay advice is, and my advice is not as good as Jebb's, by the way, so don't go with my advice. But, I mean, if you want to put $20 in Safemoon, make some money, go ahead, you know. You get Smay's permission at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play around, like, we need to make that distinction that yesterday it kind of felt like I was like, no, don't talk, no, don't do that. Look, if you want to buy Dogecoin and Safemoon and have some fun, you go have some fun. I was specifically concerned about the people talking about putting their life savings in it.
And we were talking about it on the table this morning, how you'll see people on YouTube or other platforms say like, oh, I took $500 and put it into this coin, and on 3 days later I sold it for $10,000. Well, that's great because they were able to, whether they're super intelligent or they're just lucky, they perfectly timed the dip and the peak. But if you just take their advice and you do it delayed, and you're like, oh, they turned, whatever that profit is, what is that, 20x, 30, I don't know what the number is.
Large amount.
If they did that in 2 days, I can do it in 2 days. Well, no, if you don't hit the market the same timing they hit it, your numbers are going to look completely different, especially with those risky coins like Safemoon.
It's like if somebody wins the lottery and you say, oh my gosh, they won the lottery. They made $100 million. I'm going to go play the lottery. No, it's not necessarily going to work for you the way it worked for them because there's no strategy behind it. You don't just copy what someone buys. Copy the strategy that got them there. There's no strategy behind buying Safemoon. You got lucky if you made money on that. Anyway, we're not going to preach on that too much. I do want to tell you one thing about our videos over the last couple of days, though, guys. I made a promise to you guys yesterday, and I've always had this promise. I just haven't been as vocal about it, but it is something that we stand by here. We have a core value called integrity. You may know what that is. It's pretty important to us. We have decided that no matter what we think it's going to do for us, no matter how successful we think we will be if we do this, we're not going to do it. What is that? What we're talking about here is that we will never pump a project that we don't personally believe in. I don't believe in Safemoon. I don't believe in Dogecoin. In fact, I think that you should not touch them. So even though it was a very unpopular opinion for us to talk about that over the last couple of days, we did because we care about you guys. And hopefully everybody who heard that and then is potentially going to lose money in those projects will come back and say, man, Jebb was right. He was the only person in the entire space that shot me straight. That is our plan here, guys. I want to be honest with you. That is one of our biggest problems with cryptocurrency is that there's so many people that'll pump different projects and send people to different projects, and then they send people to projects without them having any real understanding of where exactly they're putting their money. We don't want to do that to you guys. We want to build this channel based on a solid, strong foundation of morality and of integrity. If that's something you can get behind, smash that like button. I really appreciate everybody who is tuning in to this stream. Tim, what do you think about us going ahead and moving on to all of our FUD news? Or do we have any more questions?
Yeah, there's a couple more questions. Let's give it a little more time. Let's do it. Let's say this. At 9:50, we will stop and we will go that direction.
Good deal, guys.
That being said, though, I've seen a lot of comments in chat asking about Cardano. So just in case you guys are wondering, we have a Cardano video coming out this afternoon where Jebb is giving it's a long-term price prediction, correct?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to give a short-term one with what's happening. That being said, I've seen it being asked about the Africa news happening in Cardano.
Yes.
I'm going to let Jebb talk about that a little bit.
Yes.
But just in case you guys haven't seen it, there was a tweet, at least the tweet I'm looking at right here, Cardano community, saying that there's an announcement, blockchain comes of age, announcing a very special event, hashtag Cardano Africa, Thursday, 29th of April of 2021.
Yep.
So, what exactly is going to happen there? I know we've been following that for a while now and what's happening. One of the reasons I'm very bullish on Cardano is because of what Charles Hoskinson is doing, specifically targeting what can happen in Africa.
Yep.
But Jebb, what are your thoughts on all of that?
Yeah, so actually, guys, let's go ahead and do just a couple minutes of technical analysis on Cardano since we have a little bit of time. We actually finished segment 1 a lot faster than we thought we were. I'm going to talk about Cardano briefly, but I do want to encourage you to watch today's video, because I went in a lot more detail. I gave you guys some trade setups. I did some long-term technical analysis. I did more fundamental analysis. I'm going to be brief here, but Smay, if you'll go ahead and switch switch on over to my chart, I will go ahead and I will show you guys what my opinion is here. Guys, there's something that is relatively concerning on Cardano, but may end up being a very healthy thing for it in the long run, and that is this. Cardano rallied 30% in 4 days. I went back to the daily chart by accident. Oh, no, I went to Dogecoin. There we go. Cardano rallied 30% in the span of 3 to 4 days, and then it had a major correction, about 30% in the span of 2 to 3 days. From there, we fell below the 20 daily exponential moving average. As you can see, this exponential moving average is incredibly, incredibly important. For anyone who's gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, that's our course that we have had nearly 4,000 students go through, linked in the description box down below. I have an entire video in there dedicated to the 20 exponential moving average, and the reason for that is because the 20 EMA is a very powerful tool to use in figuring out which direction the market is going to go next. As you can see, we are currently using it as resistance. We are rejecting from it. We are below this line right here. You can see it if I flash it on and off. See how we're below that? That is quite important. As you can tell, we were sitting above it for quite some time, so now we're below it. What does this mean? This means that we want to break above it if Cardano is going to go into a new rally. As you can see, the MACD has been bearish for quite some time now. As of 3 days ago, we had a bearish cross on MACD. What you want to be looking for on Cardano is to have a reversal like this on the other direction. You want to see a bullish reversal, such as one of these or such as one of these. I'm looking for a bullish reversal on the histogram for the MACD of Cardano. Notice the histogram bars represent the distance between the MACD lines. Notice how these lines right here are shorter. That is what this is, guys. In fact, I'm going to remember the way I just demonstrated this because that's exactly what histogram is it's the distance between the MACD and the signal line. Notice how I drew this right here. In fact, Tim, make sure I don't forget this because when we teach a new course on this is a great way of me explaining what the histogram is. Anyway, guys, the point is that when the histogram starts to reverse, it means that a cross might be coming. So start looking for a reversal on the histogram down here so that we might be able to see a bullish cross on MACD. We don't know for a fact that that's going to happen, but it's something you're going to want to look out for. If we do have a bullish cross on MACD, it'll likely come after a break above the 20 EMA being broken to the upside, and that could result in major long-term price growth on Cardano. Again, I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. Let's go back to full screen, and the reason is because we talked about all of that and more in today's afternoon video that will be coming out in roughly 3 hours. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the post notification bell, and stay up to date for that. Tim, any other questions we have, buddy?
Yeah, a lot of people. So, I was just finding somebody talking about XRP. They're asking what's happening there. Michaela, real quick, I'll let Jebb answer that question because just in case any of you guys are pro XRP, some of you guys hate it, some of you guys love it. I wanted to I clarified in the comment, but you definitely can make money on XRP, and Jebb has never claimed that that's false in terms of trading short term.
Sure.
What we don't advise is holding it, and I'll let Jebb kind of take over from there.
Yeah, so guys, there's two different ways that you can operate in a market. You can trade or you can invest. Trading is typically based on technical analysis. Investment is typically based on fundamental analysis. Trading is typically relatively short term. We're talking anywhere from a minute to a month. Somewhere in there is normally what we mean when we say trading. That's all the way down from scalping, that's on the minute chart, all the way up to swing trading, which is up on the 4-hourly and the daily chart. However, investment is buying something and holding it for a year or longer. It's very long term. Therefore, those short term technicals that change very quickly on the order of days at the most typically aren't going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things over the course of several years. Meaning that to determine where a project is going to go in the long run, like a stock or a commodity or something, you need to look at the fundamentals. On a stock, for example, you need to see how is their revenue doing? What kind of leaders do they have? What kind of connections do they have? Did they just close any major partnerships? If so, then that stock might increase in price. Are they having more market acceptance? Are they growing? Then that stock may grow in the long term. But if you're trading it, you're going to look at the technicals. You're going to look at the chart. When you're trading XRP, the technicals in the chart are going to be just as valid as any other chart. The technicals on XRP are probably going to be just as accurate as they would be on Bitcoin. So in the same way you can trade on Bitcoin, you can trade and make money on XRP. What I would encourage you not to do is I would encourage you, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I'm not your financial advisor, please get one if you don't have one. I would not encourage you to invest in XRP because I personally don't believe, and you might disagree with me, but I personally don't believe in those long-term fundamentals that back up the reason that you would be investing in a project. Yeah. I invest in Bitcoin because I believe in those long-term fundamentals. The same thing is true for my other holdings, like Ethereum and like the Cardano that I have. I believe in the long-term fundamentals of those projects, ergo, I invest in them. Now, you can trade in anything, but that is my opinion. So, great question, guys.
All right, we're going to go ahead and jump on in. I know there's lots of other questions, so if we have some time left over before the end of the show, or if you get us to 1,000 likes, because that is our deal we have with you guys, if we get to 1,000 likes before our cap of the show, we will go ahead and extend the show to answer more of your questions. But that being said, we're going to jump into the news with Bitcoin and what is happening with FUD. So
guys, let's go
Hit
ahead
the like button.
hit the like button if you haven't already. Smay is very, very adamant that you hit that like button.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so we're going to start with that Biden administration article. If we can switch to my screen, I want to go ahead and read something to you. Just to be aware, before we go any farther, we got to put up a little disclaimer here. Everything in this article is currently speculation, as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
None of this is confirmed, so I just want to put that disclaimer here. This is something that, even if it doesn't happen in the next couple of months, will probably happen during Biden's presidency. And by the way, this is not a political topic whatsoever. This is just the mere fact that a president is doing something, so we need to pay attention. Biden administration developing cryptocurrency regulation, Treasury to provide direction to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, first things first, let's make something clear. It is incredibly unlikely that the United States is going to ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Let's just get that on the table.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't even think that's what's on the table.
It's not on the table.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're talking about here. Coinbase just had an IPO approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission. We have a ton of publicly traded companies buying Bitcoin and holding it on their balance sheets, Tesla, PayPal included. It is unlikely that Bitcoin is going to be banned, so don't be worried about that. That's not what we're talking about here. So let's continue. The Biden administration is reportedly developing a regulatory framework for the cryptocurrency markets. The new chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, Gary Gensler, is waiting for direction from the Treasury to establish cryptocurrency regulation. New cryptocurrency regulation being developed by the Biden administration. Fox Business' Charlie Gasparino reported Monday that the Biden administration is in what has been described to him by people close to them as the early stages of developing a regulatory approach to the cryptocurrency markets. Pause. Again, I want to be very clear here. People close to him. What does that mean? That means anonymous sources. That means that we can't actually rely on everything that's being said here. This is mere speculation. Anyway, let's continue. Another area which he said is being debated within the Biden administration concerns crypto regulation by the SEC. Last week, MIT crypto professor Gary Gensler was confirmed to lead the commission. He previously served as the chairman of the CFTC, and he explains this. SEC Chair Gensler is waiting for he's speaking in third person about himself also, by the way. I'm not really sure why. SEC Chair Gensler is waiting for some direction from the Treasury for the overall policy of cryptocurrency regulations before he develops a specific regulatory approach for crypto, which will likely be the types of enforcement actions he goes after. So he is awaiting some direction on this. It hasn't happened yet, and we don't know when it'll happen, but more than likely in the next couple of years, probably in the next several months, but that's just a probably. That's not a certainty. We are going to see some kind of regulation on cryptocurrency. That could be anything from a tiny little minutia change to know your customer KYC laws, or it could be something huge. We just don't know yet. The point is we want to be on the lookout for it and make sure that it is something that is going to be conducive to the growth of this space. He added that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is leading the U.S. government's cryptocurrency regulatory efforts, and Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, Wally, I'm not going to try and butcher his last name. I apologize, Wally. Is the point man on crypto at the Treasury Department. Commenting on talks of possible crackdowns, regulations, and outlawing cryptocurrencies, he emphasized this, which is very important. We don't know where they're going with this. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. Again, we're talking speculation here. I just want to keep hammering that in because I don't want someone walking away from this video thinking we're saying Bitcoin's going to be banned. Oh my gosh. No, that's not the deal here. While acknowledging that some countries are starting to outlaw cryptocurrencies, he said this. I don't think that's going to happen here. So remember who's talking here. This guy works at the Treasury Department, and he's probably working right alongside whatever these regulations are. Too many American investors are in the space right now. In his opinion, crypto is here to stay, and based on the people he has been talking to, the government will not outlaw cryptocurrencies, but he believes that there will probably be more regulations. So let's go to full screen and let's discuss this. This is an article and this is some speculation. And the reason I've said this is speculation so much is because this speculation has driven quite a bit of FUD in the cryptocurrency markets. A lot of people are very concerned about what's going to happen next in Bitcoin. Is the sky about to fall? Is regulation about to come down and rain hell and brimstone on cryptocurrency? Is this going to be the end of Bitcoin in America? Jebb, is that what's going to happen? No. It's not. You have to understand something about the government. They actually, of all the people they don't care about, one of the people that they do care about are Wall Street investors and what, what they are invested in, or at least they say they do. The way they act is that they're very unlikely to do anything that will screw over a large portion of people that are invested in the stock market because they want the stock market to succeed because it looks good on them as politicians when the stock market go up. So if a large portion of the stock market is invested in this new IPO, Coinbase, They're probably not going to do that. And in the same light, if they all of a sudden ban Bitcoin, then Tesla and PayPal and a lot of these other large publicly traded companies are going to be SOL, and they're not going to be able to do anything with that Bitcoin. It's unlikely that any kind of outlaw is going to happen here. What we may be seeing happen here with regulation is we might see some more regulatory framework about how you report taxes in cryptocurrency. We might see some more regulatory framework around this. This would actually be a very good thing. I don't think this is happening, but we might see something to the effect of being able to pay taxes in cryptocurrency. Again, that's unlikely at this point. That might happen in the future, but that's something that would actually be a really good version of regulation. Regulation has gotten this very bad connotation attached to it for good reason, by the way. Generally speaking, in my opinion, this I kind of guess is a political stance, but not really. Generally, when the government gets involved with something, I don't tend to think that it turns out very well. It's just my opinion. The point is, regulation on both sides of the aisle has a very sour taste in people's mouth. In this case, though, we have no reason to believe that this is going to be a bad thing. This might actually be a very good thing for Bitcoin. If you guys know who, gosh, I'm forgetting his name. He's a permabull. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. Thomas Lee. Thomas Lee talks about this. One of the things that hinders Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption is something called regulatory uncertainty or regulatory unclarity. Lack of clarity. There we go. That's the English word for that. Let's speak correctly, Jebb. Whenever there's not very clear regulatory outlines and frameworks for something, then it's very hard for a capitalist or an entrepreneur like myself to go and build a business in that space because you don't know if the government's about to come in and shut you down or add some kind of regulation that changes the way your entire business works. It's just not conducive to businesses doing work in the space. So when we have at least some more clarity and some more guidance about the way the U.S. is actually going to regulate Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, it's actually going to be conducive to entrepreneurs like myself coming in and building more products in the space, which will drive adoption on Bitcoin. So regulation is not necessarily a bad thing on Bitcoin, and I want to be careful about letting this brew a lot of FUD in us because, number one, nothing's happened yet, so we don't know what it is. We can't be FUDding about lack of knowledge. And two, it may end up being a very good thing. Tim, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I think something we got to keep in mind, and I'm probably not even gonna really make a point. I'm gonna remind us of this and then kind of let you guys draw your conclusions. We do need to remember, in recent news, we also know that there is some fear in the Biden administration on what China is able to do in cryptocurrency, because we all know that China is working on creating their own digital currency. So the same way, if you're afraid of a weapon, and that's what we've seen. We saw those articles talking about how is China going to weaponize Bitcoin against the U.S. If you're afraid of a weapon, you don't outlaw that weapon in your country. You find out how you utilize it. So
nuclear weapons are a great example.
As people said in the chat, I've seen a lot of coins like, hey, not all regulation is bad. I don't think, and I want to hear what you guys think, but I don't think when we hear U.S. is learning or the Biden administration is going to regulate Bitcoin, that has anything to do with banning it of any kind.
Nope.
It's putting wraps on it so that we can control it. Now, that's a whole nother story of when the government tries to control things.
Typically doesn't work out.
Leave that alone.
Well, but
I don't think they're going to ban it. I think they're going to try to utilize it and get a hold of it the same way you catch a wild horse to see if you can utilize it. You can use it as riding a horse. You can use it for crops, whatever you want to do. They're going to see how they can take hold of it. The same way when, we had states legalize marijuana. For the longest time, it was illegal, and they realized, listen, this law is not stopping whatsoever. So let's see if we can actually make some benefit from it. I think we're not that far away. That's a completely different thing. Not that far away from seeing it legalized in every state.
And no, guys, that's a really important point. What did the government do with marijuana? They realized that no matter how much they tried to ban it, it just wasn't working. So what did they do? They turned around and legalized it and started taxing it to make money. That's one of the first times in my entire lifetime I've seen the government do something that, from a capitalistic standpoint, actually made fiscal sense. They're making money off of taxing that stuff. The federal government, as far as I'm aware, hasn't actually made marijuana legal, but the states have. And so those state governments, like Colorado, was one of the leaders in that. I think Oregon's done it now. Florida's moving in that direction. We live in Florida. These states realize, wait a minute, we're spending all this money incarcerating people. We can make money from taxing it. Let's flip this and then help our budget so that we can spend more money on other things. I think Bitcoin is to the level that marijuana is. It's so prevalent now. It's so widespread. The government realizes, hey, guys, there's no way that we're going to be able to ban this. So what is the government going to want to do? The government is going to want to position themselves in a manner that they can use Bitcoin to their advantage. If they can't ban it, then they're going to join it. You know that old axiom, if you can't beat them, join them. They can't beat cryptocurrency, so they might try and join it. What Tim was talking about earlier is exactly what I mean when I say the word nuclear proliferation. America gets the bomb, so who else gets the bomb? Russia gets the bomb. Okay, America has 1 bomb, Russia has 2 bombs. America gets 10 bombs, Russia wants 10 bombs. America gets 100 bombs, Russia wants 100 bombs. All of a sudden, the whole world has a bunch of nuclear weapons. you hold back those weapons that the other people have by having the weapons yourself. So if China is moving in the direction of attempting to have Bitcoin be part of their fiscal policy, America very well may be doing the same thing in a geopolitical battle against them. Now, I'm not getting into politics or anything. I'm not even making any opinions or anything. I'm just telling you that might be the way these two nations are thinking. And if so, the people that stand to gain are you and I. The people that stand to gain are the people that hold Bitcoin. Because if you start having, and this is purely in the realm of speculation, just so you guys know, this is just speculation. If these two governments and countries start doing this, that would drive a lot of value back to our holdings and would make us a lot of money. So I encourage you, whenever you see something that looks like FUD on the surface, dig a layer deeper and try and find out if it really is. With that being said, unless there's anything else, Tim?
Well, I was going to say, the other thing is, what I was going to say, the beauty of Bitcoin is Bitcoin doesn't choose a side.
Yes.
It's not going to choose a side in a war. And to the best of my knowledge, if there is anyone who is working in the Biden administration watching this video, thank you so much for tuning in and watching.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any of you out there. Well, mainly who we're talking to is just normal, everyday people who are trying to better their lives. They're trying to go up in what they're capable of doing financially. And the thing is, Bitcoin is not going to choose. The beauty of it is it's not centralized. It has a cap. It's not going to allow one centralized authority just to take it over and reign however it wants to.
Because of human nature, people will try to use Bitcoin as a weapon, but because of Bitcoin's nature, it can't be used as a weapon. You get that? Bitcoin, because humans are humans, they will try and use something to become a weapon that they can use to fight their enemies. Bitcoin's decentralized nature means that short of a 51% attack or the internet getting shut down, there's really no way that you can just take control of Bitcoin. And by the way, even if you do hack and destroy Bitcoin, you just destroyed Bitcoin, so it's a pretty useless weapon. If you try and develop that as a weapon, it's not going to be very useful. The point here is that human nature is going to drive us to want to use it as a weapon, but Bitcoin's decentralized nature will spread that wealth that they pour into making it into a weapon to all of us. And someone actually just made a really good point here. RJ Lee said this: if they ban Bitcoin, then other countries will take advantage of it. I'm just ragging on you, man. You're good. We'll take advantage of it, and then they'll realize later, oh, wow, we're missing out, and they will unban it.
Yeah.
Precisely. Guys, smash that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Go ahead, Tim. I know you were still
Well, I was going to say, before we keep going, because we have a little bit more, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. It's weird that half the chat is talking about this content and Bitcoin, and half the chat is talking about Smay and his love life and his options. Well, let us know in chat. Do you guys think Smay has a long list of suitors, or is he hurting? Because I think it's like half the chat.
Hey, Smay's got him banging down the door, man. We have to hire some security at the office, man. Everybody's coming for him. It's great. Guys, we are going to go ahead and do just a little bit of Bitcoin technical analysis, and then we are going to jump into some news coming out of JP Morgan. Oh gosh, what is it?
Smay's face.
What?
Smay's face.
What?
You weren't watching the video.
No, I wasn't.
You didn't get to see what everyone else just saw.
Oh gosh, I want to see it.
Funny. Anyway,
you know what you can see? Hey guys, hit the like button, you goobers.
Oh my goodness.
Right,
oh my gosh, your face, dude.
Yes,
what the heck? I just saw it.
Right.
Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump on to the technical analysis. If you'll switch to my screen, then we shall get started. Guys, here's the problem with Bitcoin. That's not a great way to start a sentence, is it? Here's the problem with Bitcoin. Bitcoin just had a huge dump. Had a big old correction, 20% in 4 days. It is still down 14% from its current all-time high at $65,000. And it is below its 20-daily EMA. And it is below this uptrending level of support. And it is below this flat level of resistance sitting at $56,000. Bitcoin, as Smay would put it, is down bad right now. It's not doing great at the moment. That being said, Bitcoin is still a fantastic project. On the short term, though, we have seen a bearish cross on the MACD. Here is the good news, though. Bearish MACD crosses only last so long, and it looks like the histogram may be starting to reverse. Notice how we saw some reversals over here prior to the bullish MACD cross. Reversal, MACD cross. Reversal, MACD cross. Reversal, MACD cross. You always see a histogram reversal precede the MACD cross. These red vertical lines are bullish MACD crosses, and we've talked about in previous videos how each of those led to a major rally on Bitcoin as soon as they happened, such as right here, right here, right here, and right here. So it stands to reason then is that if we do see a histogram reversal like we saw on these markets back over here, that we very well may see a bullish MACD cross in the next week or so, and we could see some bullishness. This is speculation, but I do want you guys to know that this is possible, and it's something you want to look out for. If we start seeing the histogram do this, and it starts creeping up here to the 0 level, and it looks like we're about to have a bullish MACD cross, here's what might happen. It's very similar to what we saw on Ethereum, or actually I think it was Cardano, excuse me. We very well may see Bitcoin rally up here to the 20-daily EMA, attempt to to break it, have a bullish MACD cross backing that, and then we could rally all the way back up to $60,000 and use this as resistance. I made a prediction that Bitcoin was going to be trading around $52,000. I actually probably should have said around $53,000, $54,000 in hindsight, but I did say $52,000, so we'll stick with it. If I had made that prediction today with the knowledge I had 3 days ago, I would have said 54. Nevertheless, Bitcoin is likely to stay down here for the next couple of days, but by next Friday, I think there's a pretty good chance that we'll be back up close to $60,000 because we will have broken that 20 daily EMA and we will see a bullish MACD cross. That also has to do with the RSI. If you guys can notice, the RSI also gets pretty low before every MACD cross. And these vertical lines are the MACD crosses. Look at the RSI here. Gets really low right before every cross. Where is the RSI right now? It's at its lowest point since September. Let me say that again. Bitcoin's RSI is at the lowest point since September. It's actually tied for a moment here in mid-January, but as far as beating it, the last time it happened was in September. What's up, Tam?
Great question.
Let's go to full screen.
Chaz, which again, Chaz, you've given us a lot of great questions. He wanted you to look at the fact that every time we go below 50-day moving average, we typically pump a week after that.
Okay.
He formed it into type of a question, but I'm thinking he saw something, Chaz. I'm assuming you saw something, and you want Jebb to look at that.
Good deal. So
that is something I don't know the answer to. So
if you will switch back to my screen, Smay, I will go ahead and look at that right now. Let's go ahead and adjust some things here. I'm going to make this a little bit thicker so that we can see it. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Good deal, guys. So what Chaz is looking at here is the 50 daily simple moving average. As you can tell, this is actually a really good point, my friend. This is the first time in a very long time that we saw Bitcoin pull back below the 50 daily SMA. This is actually pretty interesting. I had not noticed this. I appreciate you pointing it out. Notice that this is the level that we are rejecting at, and this is exactly what I was talking about. If Bitcoin is able to pump above a level like this, or like I said earlier, the 20 daily EMA up here, then we're likely going to see some kind of rally. Here's the deal, though. Whenever you break below something like this, you typically look for a bear flag. What is this sideways trading for the last 3 days? Might be a bear flag, and in fact, Chaz, what you just pointed out may end up accidentally vindicating my $52,000 prediction. That may end up being part of the cause. If you notice, the last several times that we pulled back below the 50 daily SMA during this bull market, as Chaz, I believe, was saying in chat, about 30 to 40 days after, we broke above it and went into a large rally. Notice we pulled back below it here. 30 days later, we broke bullish and rallied. Pulled back below it for 30 days, broke bullish and rallied. If we look over here, we can see that when Bitcoin pulled back below the 50 daily SMA, we were below it for 53 days, and then we broke bullish and we rallied. So, worst case scenario right now, based on our historical analysis of the 50 daily SMA on Bitcoin, it is possible that Bitcoin could stay somewhere below the 50 daily SMA for 45 or 50 days, and then once it breaks it, go into a massive rally, and proportionally, looking back on what happened before, that could be a rally to $70,000 or $80,000 or $90,000. That's not really the way that I'm looking at the market, but that is a different perspective, and that's part of why you watch multiple technical analysts, so you can get different perspectives. That's a really good idea, and I'll do some more digging on that after the stream. Smay, can we go back to full screen real quick, guy? Guy. I said guy.
You do that for me,
my
guy?
friend. Hey, guy. So we have, I believe, 5 minutes left in the stream.
Yes.
Unless we hit 1,000 likes.
Yes.
So make sure you smash that like button.
1,000 likes.
I do want to, before we close out that part, I do want you guys to know there is some very still good things happening.
Yes.
That was a weird sentence.
There is
some
very still good things happening.
There are still some great things happening in Bitcoin. There was an article actually posted. There was an interview with, the guy's name is William H. Miller. I don't know if you guys know who he is. I didn't know who he was until I read this, but according to this article, he has beaten the S&P 500 for 15 years in a row, which means he knows what he is doing. He knows what he's talking about. He is extremely bullish on Bitcoin. He even went so far as to compare it, most people compare it to gold, but he's saying it's going to outdo gold for sure. And then he even quoted Warren Buffett, because we all know Warren Buffett knows how to handle money, but he's not necessarily the biggest fan of Bitcoin, calling it rat poison. He says Warren Buffett famously called Bitcoin rat poison. He may well be right. Bitcoin could be rat poison, and the rat could be cash. Interesting take. That's really cool. Again, I've been talking about this for a while. Jebb's been talking about this for a while. As Bitcoin keeps going down and down, the value of Bitcoin is not going anywhere. It is staying the same. We're just comparing it to other things. The value of the U.S. dollar, however, is going somewhere, and it is not in the right direction. There will come a day, as I don't remember, what was that guy's name who said it? Oh man, Peter Brandt. Peter Brandt said there will be a day where the measure of wealth will be how much Bitcoin you hold. So that being said, in case you are looking at this chart and you're looking at Bitcoin move and you're listening to everything you say and like, oh no, is Bitcoin about to go into a downward spiral? The answer is no. There's still a lot of hope and future in Bitcoin. The regulation, the FUD, is just a distraction for what is going to be a glorious outcome with Bitcoin.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's all I had to
Guys,
say.
I'm going to make one more point, then we're going to wrap it out here. Someone, Mason, has been saying this quite a bit in chat, and I appreciate you bringing it to our attention. I do know this, by the way, but I want to show it to you guys what they're talking about here. They're talking about the weekly chart MACD and how it looks like there's a bearish cross coming on the weekly chart MACD in the next couple of weeks. This might look like a very bad thing at first, based on the last 2 bull cycles that we had. Having a bearish cross ended the bull cycle. Here's the deal, though, guys. That very well may happen, but if you look at this bull market over here in 2016 to 17, if I put it on well, that doesn't work on MACD. Either way, you can see here during this bull market, we had several bearish MACD crosses before we ended up having our ultimate MACD cross. So it's hard to see, but you have to look in here. There were several bearish MACD crosses during the bull market of 2016 to 17. Now, yes, these last 2 did end the bull market, but here's the deal. This bull market over here, this shortened one, should not have happened in the first place. That was when Bitcoin rallied to $13,700. I remember I was live streaming when we hit that top, and I warned people not to buy into it, and they did anyway. But either way, if we have a bearish MACD cross here on Bitcoin, it doesn't necessarily mean that the bull market is over. What it does mean is that we might go into a few more weeks of correction because the groundhog just saw its shadow, as it were. It doesn't mean the bull market's over. And I want to go to full screen. I want to leave you guys on this. Bitcoin has been in a certain type of market for the last 12 years. It's been in a very technically driven market as far as technical analysis being very important. We need to understand that the fundamental landscape on Bitcoin has changed dramatically in the last 6 months. This is a different space than it was 6 months ago. Give me a 1 in chat if you just joined in the last 6 months and you weren't even here 6 months ago. I was in the space 3.5 years ago when I got into the cryptocurrency markets, and I'm here today. So many things are different. Everyone in this office didn't even know what Bitcoin was 6 months ago. And now many of them work on a channel in cryptocurrency, and they're learning about it every single day. Bitcoin has grown quite a bit. So yes, we need to look at technicals like this, but we do need to be careful about worrying too much about them. Tim, do you have anything to say before we wrap it out?
Nope, this is all great. Before we wrap it out, we're gonna update you guys on what the price predictions were. Also, from everything that Jebb has been talking about, all of his intelligence is coming from being able to read the technicals. So if you have never checked out CT2A, that is the CT2A is
the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy.
Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis. If you have not checked that out, check that out now. You will definitely earn your money back very quickly, knowing how to read the market.
Give us a 7 in chat if you've gone through CT2A and loved it.
We compare it to going to Vegas to play poker. Knowing to play the game is the first step, but if you know how to count the cards, you're going to be way more successful. And learning how to read technicals is like learning how to count the cards. That being said, before we wrap it out, just so you guys know where we are, it's looking pretty interesting, the race this week for who's going to win our Friday prediction, because ADA currently is sitting at, what do we got? 124, I think, which is where it was at the beginning of the week. So we're not really sure where we are there, because Smay thinks it's going to be at 130. His guess is looking pretty good, although Jebb thinks it's at 115, so we're kind of sitting there right in the middle of those two predictions. I don't think I'm going to get the momentum I need to win at 145, but you never know with Cardano, and you're going to find out from Jebb's video this afternoon where he talks about Cardano. It's a really hard one to read right now because of the volatility, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a great thing. So we're going to kind of keep following that one. Ethereum, though, it does look like I'm going to have my way there because the guess is there. Smay said 2,000 flat. Jebb said 1,900. And Tim said 2,383. If you guys look at CoinMarketCap, it is sitting at 2,377. I am less than $10 off. Then again, it could change, but I'm feeling pretty good about that. And the last one, which is Bitcoin, which has been disappointing me on my predictions. I guess 63,419. I don't think we're going to get back there. I don't think we have enough momentum there. That being said, you can still hope. Jebb is expecting potentially for it to drop down to 52,432, and as he likes to say, 17 cents. He clarified that was part of the prediction. At the moment, he's winning that. If Bitcoin stays in this consolidation, he's probably going to win that.
Yeah.
I like Smay's pick. Smay's pick looks really good at 60,000 even. But let us know in chat, what do you think? Are you Team Smay, Team Jebb, or Team Tim?
Yep, guys, as someone just said in chat, Team Jebb is going to cut the beard and chop down the tree. That's pretty funny.
Well, that's supposed to say Jebb hasn't won in a couple weeks, so it's kind of hard.
I won one last week. It was a split, wasn't it?
we do the complete thing now, and you have not won the complete prediction yet. So
all right, whatever. They're changing the rules on me now, guys.
Nope.
That's going to wrap it out for today's live stream, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, follow us on social media, join the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy with the link in the description box down below. I don't know. Give us your Bitcoin while you're at it. Guys, it was great having you. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for more content. That is going to wrap it out for today's video. But before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.